Black Earl.
You guys have been up for so fucking long, right?
Yeah, what's this bit all about?
You couldn't have gotten a good night's sleep on that couch. That couch, first of all, is so fucking uncomfortable. And I saw Fezzi just laid out on that thing. I can't imagine you got a good night's sleep. He just stares at me.
What was the Twilight Zone episode?
Scary.
Earl, explain this bit. Make me understand.
Since 1 p.m. yesterday, he has not spoken. He has not communicated at all. At every other hour, he can write things down.
How many things?
I mean, he has 1 full hour to basically write things down.
He can write anything he wants, and I have to say it.
Yeah, and Sheepy has to say it.
Right.
In a Fez voice.
But why is Sheepy part of the bit?
Because he's...
Is it because you have thicker than normal thighs?
Because I'm his twink.
Yeah, that's...
Is that how it's going down now? Are we allowed to spray him with that?
I wouldn't think so.
No, he will not.
That's...
I will not?
No, he will not.
I will not.
Ronnie...
will not.
Why won't I?
One of the things is I got to look out for Fez, and I will look out after Fez.
Really?
Yes, I will.
That is a...
All right.
You.
So you're looking out for Fez, and we can't spray him, right?
Yes. I mean, I'm protecting Fez, and I'm dead serious about this.
What if I get up like this?
As long as you don't do it by my jacket. Earl, you're touching my jacket.
I am dead serious. I will go ape shit.
Well.
Well, then you're going to need the bathroom key.
Danny, come here for a second.
Damn!
I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I had to leave for a second.
Yeah, I'd clear that out.
Hold on, I gotta check something.
Holy shit.
So wait, explain that again, Earl.
I will do whatever it takes. I will go fucking insane if anyone gets near Fez.
You're very protective of Fez.
I gotta look after Fez.
Why can't... I just got a communication box.
It's the theme from my bodyguard.
Why can't I spray liquid ass on Fezzi? Ronnie said it's up to us to try to make him talk.
I understand that, but I still got to look after Fez. He can't defend himself.
All right, so you're protecting Fez, right?
Yes, I am.
Oh boy.
Well, I gotta look out for my show, don't I?
Huh?
I guess
I gotta look out. I mean, if you're looking out for Fez,
that's right. This is gonna get ugly in about 2 minutes. Trust me on that.
I guess I gotta look out for Hope.
Oh shit! This is gonna.
I don't want to take it there, but I will go.
I don't want to take it there.
Crazy.
It's down to street level, right,
That's
motherfucker?
Right.
Taking this down to street level.
I think we try to spray Fez and see what happens with Earl.
Opie's coming around the console.
And you're protecting Fez, right? You're protecting Fez, right?
Earl is going to
3,
intercept.
2, 1, go!
All right. Wow, it's a melee. A total fucking melee.
Earl, you have no idea. Santa's been spraying Fez, you idiot!
Oh no.
Oh.
He's fine. He's fucking dude. I don't know. Earl, I didn't drop him. I lifted his leg up and he fucking pretended like I
killed Earl.
I gave him a fucking Hadouken.
I think you knocked out Earl.
Fine.
Earl, you alright?
Earl, did you get knocked the fuck out?
It's fine.
You alright, Earl? You okay there, Earl?
Earl, you alright?
Sam's got it.
What did you hit? Your head?
He got like flipped up and right onto his head.
Did he?
Earl, you alright? Huh?
Do you have Febreze on your hands? Yeah.
How about you move over there a little bit? Yeah, there you go. Earl, his eyes are fluttering. What's the matter?
He's got to sell it. That's how they teach him on that show.
Oh, shit.
Earl, you alright?
Earl, you okay? Why are his eyes fluttering?
He might not be faking, you idiots.
Take his pulse.
He just banged his head. He's not faking.
Earl, you alright? He's coming too. Earl, what happened? He's just coming around. Alright, he's coming around.
Well, he was fighting. You all right there, Earl?
Hope he didn't get a concussion.
No, Earl's not going to be allowed on our show either.
Oh boy, now Earl's not. Now we're losing Earl too.
Fez, you okay?
Fezzy, you better talk. Bit's over.
Fez, you all right?
Bit's over. Earl got knocked out.
How did that happen?
Because I lifted his leg up, and then he just, whoa! And threw himself backwards. Like, dude, I didn't even put anything into that at all.
These guys are always battling, though. What the fuck? That's a hell of a picture you got there.
Let's make sure Earl's okay.
You had a nice piss, Arnold.
Well, the bit's over, so Fez, you can say whatever you want, obviously. I mean, you wouldn't possibly keep the bit going with Earl knocked out cold on the floor.
Earl, are you okay? Anything we can do, Fez, to help him? Anything we should do? Has he done this on your show before?
Fez is in
Every day.
Fez is in
That's how he works.
Fez is in a quandary right now because this is a real moment.
This is very peculiar. Could you please get out of the way of my fucking camera?
Do we have EMT guys nearby?
Always in the way. It's like you could go there.
Is anybody calling anybody?
It's that camera that's on.
The EMT guys are big listeners of the show. If they're close, they should come in here and make sure Earl's okay. Earl, you all right?
Earl, you can speak.
Hold on, he's just coming
You didn't
around.
fall off a building. Say something.
He's just kind of collecting himself. But we should get somebody up here to look at him.
Earl. Earl. Take his pulse, Sam. Go ahead.
He's alive.
Wait, Patty, come in here.
Patty, what did you just say?
You got to time it 15 seconds and multiply by 4. I used to work as a hospital aide.
Well, why don't you fucking take his pulse and don't tell us? Don't just stand there, do nothing.
With a second hand, though.
Well, did they call somebody? At least make sure. I'm sure he's fine, but call somebody and make sure.
Yeah, Patty's checking Earl's pulse. Earl, could you move your toes at least?
Do you have a watch, Patty?
Yes,
I need a watch, yeah. I'm looking for his pulse first. He looks a little dazed.
A little dazed. He's laying down on the
Okay,
floor.
I got a pulse. Could somebody tell me when 15 seconds is up?
Right now.
Okay.
It's like a Brian Regan bit. As kids, we all become doctors and try to figure shit out.
Earl, where did you hit your head? In the back or the front? Can you say back or
All right,
front?
Patty, right there.
Okay, 28 times 4.
112.
That's a pulse.
That's a normal. That's a normal
112.
pulse.
Normal's
That's
like
fine.
normal's like 60 to
No, 75.
something like that. 70,
And,
75.
and he had
Patty's
been
pretty accurate. 112 is a bit high.
he had been
Yeah.
active though. He had been involved in a brawl.
Is anybody calling
Yeah.
anybody?
Yeah,
For the
Steve, did you
30th
call the
time?
EMTs?
Let me see his eyes.
Earl, we're
wanna
calling
see-
the EMTs unless you tell us not to. Are you all right?
He's got to be looked at anyway.
His pupils are big.
Yeah.
What?
Earl, you all
They're
right?
dilated.
Because he's in the dark.
Yeah, well,
He's
Shine a
okay.
flashlight
He
in him.
just spoke. He just said yeah.
anyway.
He's not. Just stand him up. Just let him relax and wait till someone comes
Oh my
and.
God, we almost killed Earl. Well, you would have been able to join Muni, though. That would have been
He
nice.
took a good fucking
Did
whack
you
up
see
the head, man.
Scotzo for a second?
But Scott's
Come to the light.
Exactly.
Earl, come into the light.
I'm hanging with Keith Moon.
He got. I think.
John Lennon.
I think he got kind of knocked out because when guys get knocked
Dude.
out, they fucking use smelling salts to bring them around. I mean,
Yeah.
I know that. Well, why don't we use the liquid ass to wake him up? Because
No,
that's like smelling.
That
What?
doesn't work like smelling
Let me
salt.
tell you, I got it. Honestly, some people think Earl was faking. I think he really was
Don't
knocked
put that
out.
shit on. Don't.
What happened? Ask him what happened.
Earl, what happened? Earl.
Earl,
Wait, let me explain to
You
Earl.
did some work and you fucking couldn't handle it.
Earl, let me explain.
Dave, wait a minute. No, Dave's wife, Casey, actually has a hysterical line. She wrote, "You wanted a Donkey Kong kill
Dude, I was
screen."
gonna fucking say that. I was gonna say that. And I was like, fuck, maybe I shouldn't.
All right, listen.
God damn it.
I got to explain to Earl what happened.
Holy shit.
Earl, you had a really bad dream. We're still here at NEW.
Yeah.
We have
Scotzo's coming on.
Scotzo just left, and we're going to be doing our afternoon drive show.
You got to hang some pictures, though.
Got to hang some pictures. We're going to go through the world's largest rock and roll library and figure out our music for today.
Earl, could you point at your head and show me where you hit it?
Dude, I saw it go down. He fucking
Where?
took a hit.
But where did he hit it?
It was pretty much a kind of a wrestling move. Danny grabbed him. They were kind of wrestling a little bit, and then
I was immobilizing him from gaining ground, and I grabbed his leg and lifted it, so there was no way he could take steps.
Yeah,
and then Earl decided that he's got the equilibrium of me on a Saturday night and takes a header into the floor.
He took a header straight into the floor, right? Yeah. Just tell the big bosses had nothing to do with this, because
Are you okay, Earl?
We're gonna get an EMT here.
Where did you hit your head? Point to the spot that hit.
Earl, can you move your legs?
Know.
Or did you even hit your head?
His legs are moving. Yeah, he can move. Of course. He got knocked out.
I think Fezzi really needs to talk at this point, because it's obvious the bit's over.
Fez, is he serious, or does he do this stuff time to time? Does he just do this? Because I've heard your show, and I know that he does from time to time. He fainted a few times. He had that brain cloud for a while. So what? Is this real, serious, or what?
Earl, you all right? Talk to us.
I feel really fuzzy.
Fuzzy?
Just
touch
call somebody. I don't care who comes. Just fucking call somebody.
Touch your nose with your right hand. Now touch it with the other hand. There you go. See, you got your faculties on both sides of your body.
Yeah, we're gonna get you checked out, though.
I'm telling him just to call. The EMT said that they have to wait. Just call them. Just make sure he's fine. It's he's probably nothing, but you got to make sure this dude is fucking all right.
Yeah, of course you do. Fezzi, what do you think we should do? You know Earl better than anyone.
Nothing.
Fezzi knows he should be talking.
Wouldn't that suck if he died before the inauguration? Been waiting so fucking long for this.
No kidding, man.
You're all right, Earl.
I want to sit him up.
Earl, do you know where you are?
I'm making him sick.
Earl, you know where you are?
McCain won.
So I'm at work.
You're at work. Okay, good. What happened to you?
I don't know.
Oh shit.
What's the last thing that happened?
Oh shit.
What's the last thing you remember?
Yeah.
Don't know.
You gotta remember, you don't have amnesia. This isn't a soap opera.
Trying to. I was talking with you guys. That's what I remember.
What were we talking about?
Oh, geez, okay.
What were we talking about, Earl?
Earl,
We're talking about Fez. We're talking about Fez.
Talking about Fez, right.
Okay.
That's the last thing I can remember. It's all fuzzy right now.
Well, you're coming around. That's good.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
really
if you had some afro to pad that head instead of being shaved. Look at Sam. You could drop him off this building.
He took a hit, bro. There's a picture of him with his eyes rolled completely back into his head.
I want to see. Is there a video? I want to see the actual fall.
That might be a concussion, man.
I want to see the impact.
Yeah, I think it is.
Concussion, I think.
Man, if Fezzi doesn't talk,
dude, I've been fucking punched in the head and not been out that bad.
I don't think that's.
He hit just right, top of his head or something.
Yeah,
like that.
doesn't
Did he?
seem like, that doesn't seem
Dude,
like punch knockout. That's a concussion.
I saw it from here and went, that didn't look good.
Do you have a bimp on your head? See, I'm doing a little Inspector Clouseau.
Sure.
Do you have a bimp, Earl? Where'd you hit your head? In the back?
I got a headache.
Where'd you hit it?
I don't know.
You gotta feel pain where you feel your head softly. I'm sorry. I have a horrible bedside manner. I make an awful doctor.
Well, fight the cancer, goddammit.
Walk it off, dick. Got this faggot named Patrick Swayze coming in here.
Oh, he's trying to get up.
Help me up.
Well, help him up.
Help up slowly, of course.
Earl,
Yeah, just sit up at first.
Earl, give us an NFL thumbs up.
Sit up.
Oh boy, he's dead weight. All right, he's.
Well, he's been dead weight for years.
Wow.
As far as the show goes.
Ronnie can't fire him now. Jeez, how do you do that? Earl, you all right?
Fez, you've seen him pass out like this, right? You've seen this? Him passing out?
I think Ronnie would want you to talk at this point.
Yeah, at this point, I think bit's over.
You guys can come up with another bit.
Because you guys, you witnessed the whole thing, so on your show, you're going to have to convey this to Ronnie and tell him what happened, so you might as well just talk now.
You guys can come up with another bit.
Did you see it? Did you see the impact? You right there, Earl? You feeling a little less fuzzy?
You got water in your pocket if you want some water.
Patty, what happened? Did you see anything?
Yeah, Patty.
I was busy running out, making room for everything, and then he fell when I had my back turned.
Yeah.
But I turned around, he was laying prone on the floor.
Just for the people out there, not that it matters
He
anymore.
looks like he might have a bump on the top of his head.
He's
always had that one.
We've been around long enough to know that he's had that bump.
I don't know from here.
All right, Patty. And it doesn't even matter anymore. But the bit was very easy. I was IMing Sam, who was behind Earl. Earl said, "Look, you could try to spray Fez, but I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that doesn't happen."
Yes.
I was able to get a message to Sam to say, "I will distract Earl, like, oh yeah, watch what I do, and you turn around and start spraying Fezzy." Which did happen.
Ew.
And then Danny kind of moved forward. Then Earl and Danny, started kind of wrestling. And then Danny, not on purpose.
I hope this doesn't
having
make
fun,
sense.
and then Earl decides he's going to take a header into the floor. Like, there's no way I put any force into anything that was going to cause Earl to flip 180 degrees onto the top of his head.
I hope this doesn't make a rift between the two programs that have had such a peaceful coexistence for so many years.
Yeah.
Nearly killing one of the staff. Although I don't think they like Earl that much, which is kind of good. It's not like, we killed Dave or somebody.
The real problem here is that there's, we had to call, make sure, EMS comes, checks him out, but they're going to have to walk in and smell the studio and wonder what the
And wonder if he shit his pants. They'll think he shit his pants.
Yeah, we'll just say
when he got knocked out.
He got knocked out and shit his
We'll
pants.
say he shit his pants. That's an excuse we could have.
Fez, are you going to talk?
Anything? Really should.
Yeah. You got to think for Ronnie at this point. Is the bit that important? I don't think so.
Clear your throat. That.
You guys are brilliant. You'll just come up with another bit or spin this another way after you talk.
Is he selling it, Sam? What do you think? Is this a job? What's going on? Does it work?
I would tell you this. I haven't seen eyes rolled up in the back of the head like that since The Undertaker.
Wow.
So
The Undertaker.
It's gotta be real.
When he used to do that.
And The Undertaker was passed out when he did it, right?
yeah, he was dead.
That's true.
He was dead.
Yes, the dead man.
Danny, I'm sorry, but Earl was definitely knocked out.
You think so?
I think I'm not doubting that. I'm not doubting that he was possibly knocked out.
Because I watched his limbs just go like dead immediately, and my first concern was like,
yeah, but
we just paralyzed.
You
him.
got flashlight? Anyone? Put flashlight.
What do we know about flashlights and concussions?
You do the eyeball thing, and you see if both pupils react evenly.
And Pete from Cleveland says Earl needs UPS. So who wants to give Earl the UPS?
Jesus. Other people are asking. Jimsy perhaps should find out what happened. It was murder.
How many months can Earl get paid while in a coma? Well,
how many months has he been getting paid?
Working on 3 years, I think.
That's terrible. You feeling better, Earl?
Yeah, let's go back to Earl.
A little better?
Earl?
Yeah, just a little dizzy.
You want some water?
No, nothing to drink.
What?
Nothing to eat or drink. You gotta stay still.
He didn't perforate his stomach.
Yeah.
Well, that was.
Earl, let's get you on a comfy chair at least. The floor's got to be a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, get him reclining in a chair.
All right, we got the chair behind you. Gonna lift you up.
There you go. Lift him by his neck. That's always the best way.
Maybe we shouldn't be moving him.
No, we didn't break his neck.
Earl, how you feel? Now you're on the comfy couch.
You numb at all anywhere?
No.
Skull?
That's just really lightheaded and dizzy. I can't get my thoughts together.
Earl, don't you think Fezzi should talk at this point? I mean, this goes beyond radio. This is a real moment.
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, you do bits to get good radio talk going. We accomplished that today.
Do you have an injury anywhere on your head? Do you feel a bump? Do you have a bruise, a laceration, anything like that? So you hit there. Is that where you hit? Right there where you're rubbing?
Yeah.
All right, that's a very thick spot of the skull.
But like the back of my head is throbbing. It's killing me.
Huh? What, Jimmy?
Smells so bad.
Yeah,
I know.
Earl shit his pants when he got knocked out. It's unbelievable. I heard that happens, but people are not impressed with the amount of time the EMS people take to get to an
we
emergency.
didn't call us first. They didn't call it first. They finally called us.
Because they're a little freaked out right now on the instant feedback.
Oh, yeah?
The Ron and Fez fans are basically saying that Fez really should talk at this point. Because no bit is this important, right?
I guess.
Wow, and there are actual people out there that think this is bullshit. You hear it?
Oh, is that them? Oh, Jesus Christ. You know, why don't we just leave the Ron and Fez show to their own devices, because every time it just gets worse and worse when we interact.
Why? What happened? Earl, could you read the live read? It's for porn.com. Earl's concussion was brought to you by what? Porn.com.
Okay, good.
They're here?
Yeah, they're downstairs.
Let porn.com get you up with the largest collection of adult scenes, photos, and full-length DVDs on the net today, including almost 17,000 porn stars. We're talking about porn.com. Now, Anthony, if we all were checking out porn.com, we wouldn't have had such energy.
No, that would never have happened.
We would have got the poison out, and we would have been nice and relaxed, meditated, and Earl wouldn't have been knocked out, and he wouldn't have shit his pants like he just did.
Earl, do you see clearly?
Not really, no. Like I said, everything's very blurry, and I can't even put thoughts together right now.
Well,
so you're better than you were a few minutes ago.
Really, like this is we're actually holding back on the jokes.
Like, snap out of it.
Porn.com, Anthony. Did you know it would take 15 years to watch everything they have on that website? This porn.com?
No, I didn't know that.
That means they have a big selection.
There's
right?
a lot of porn.
45 different categories at porn.com. What's your favorite part of porn.com, Earl?
I have no idea.
It'd be funny if something just barbaric and honest flew out. The kids.
Porn.com. They're calling it the king of all porn sites, Anthony.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah. And then what happens if you got a membership to porn.com, it sends you to 38 exclusive sites, I guess?
Uh-huh.
How does that work? Bundled with bonus access. So log on to porn.com. Wow, they're getting the best read of the day right here, huh?
They certainly are.
Right now you can save up to 80% off regular monthly rates. Go to porn.com for this special limited time offer. It's porn.com. Yes, Jim.
Now, we'll be leaving shortly, and this has nothing to do with my January 18th tickets to Borgata. Who gives a turkey? This is about Earl.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to come down
Right.
and see me the night before, that's your business. I don't concern with that right now. I think that, when's the EMS coming in? Because they probably will react to the scent in here.
Oh, I'm sure they will react to the smell.
We just want to at least have some kind of ending, so we'll wait till they come into the studio, and then I'm sure
I want to
bail.
report how Earl is doing to the people. I know they're probably worried.
Spike W. from New Hampshire. Ronnie B's a saint. His partner's a deaf mute. The studio smells like ass, and his producer is out of commission. How hard do you have to make it for him?
I know. This really is horrible. It just always somehow...
Was he on camera knocked out?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
He was. It's every time we interact with that program.
Yeah, we got.
You know, I've been on the Ron and Fez show more times than I can count. I've never had a problem. Anytime one of their guys comes on our show, there's always something.
Yeah.
Sometimes literally.
Everyone's saying don't move, Earl. Earl, can you do jumping jacks just to make sure you're okay?
Don't move, Earl. He got up in the seat. He's just let him sit.
Yeah.
Are they here?
Yeah, they're gonna notice.
Okay, that's fucking studio stinks.
I think you could notice the shit smell.
They're gonna.
Gee, I don't know.
It's over here. They're looking at our listeners, waiting.
Yeah, they're
haul
trying to
them
figure
off.
out which listener.
Yeah, they
don't
think
look
this
the
is
same.
group.
have to be made aware.
It's a group lobotomy.
Hey, sir, how are you?
Hi, that's the guy right there.
For real.
Hey,
He got knocked out.
he fell and hit his head. Yeah, don't shove a mic in the guy's face.
No, they got to do their job.
We're getting working.
So we got EMT guys in. They're asking Earl some questions.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm going to put you on the chair. Then we have to protect your privacy and ask you all kinds of personal questions.
Yeah.
We'll discuss everything outside, okay?
Oh my God, they're taking Earl away.
They're taking him in a little wheelie chair.
Earl, it's for your bet. It's for your.
Well, now Earl's not going to be allowed on the show anymore either.
No,
we lost Dave,
lost
and Earl.
Earl, you don't mind if we mess with Fezzi because now you can't protect him.
There's water in his pocket there. There you go.
Yeah.
He can drink water, right?
They're strapping him in.
Yeah.
They're strapping Earl in.
They're strapping him in.
Is he strapped in? Okay. Earl, we're just joking. They're taking you to Four Winds.
Earl, any thoughts as you get wheeled out of the Opie and Anthony show?
You'll be all right?
I'll be okay.
You're starting to think a little clearer?
Yeah.
All right. Let him just take you down, though, and...
Well, let them check him out, make sure...
There's only one other thing to do, Anthony.
Yeah, there he goes. Earl,
Feel better,
a valiant effort at... There he goes. I don't know what the hell it is with this goddamn show. There you go. They just hauled him off. Oh, God.
How do we explain this one to the boss?
Who's right outside, by the way. If you hadn't noticed, I did.
Didn't miss a heartbeat.
I thought I was getting out of here at a reasonable time, but that looks like that's on the kibosh.
I got my coat zipped up. Oof. I'm gonna open that window, and I think we can get down on the sidewalk.
Yeah, shimmy down the side of the building.
Oh my God.
I think if you noticed, and this is just, my personal observation, Earl started getting quite a bit better once they came in and we're wheeling him downstairs.
Well, he's a phony.
No.
Oh, what? What, Jimmy? I'm sorry.
He got a fucking clunk on the head.
I didn't see the clunking.
I did. I saw it.
You saw the clunk?
It's hard to say that wasn't...
Was it on the bare wood floor or was it on the rug?
I don't remember. It was like you're watching a whole
It was
scene
on what?
I could tell you. No, it was
on the rug.
It was definitely on the rug.
It was on the rug.
The rug is paper thin with no padding.
You know what? It makes a huge difference. Rug, wood floor, huge difference.
All right. So instead of being paralyzed, we knocked him out. That's good.
Well,
I'll make sure I tell the boss that one. Thank God we had the rug.
That's a big difference, though.
Thank God we had the rug.
The rug does make a difference, I think.
They're going to impeach the governor of fucking Illinois.
Didn't they?
They're going to.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Reverend Al's on TV. He's pissed about the Earl situation.
Yeah.
I just saw him. Oh, it is. Okay. No, it is. It's the impeaching thing. Wow, I got scared for a second.
Yeah, well.
But he was upset.
Earl did say Ron Fez noon to 3, right? Because Ronnie would be very upset if... did he say it as he was being wheeled out?
No, actually, he said Scott Muni at noon with British biscuits.
Come toward the light.
Come toward the light, Earl.
Sam, your thoughts?
I guess God just needed someone useless.
We had a good bit going, because I distracted Earl, and Sam was spraying the shit out of Fez. Fez couldn't talk to say, Earl, they got to me.
Yeah, I will say this. Regardless of Earl's condition, Fez still smells like ass now.
The diversion was key right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Fez didn't talk.
I know.
That's going to eat away at Fez.
He knew he couldn't do anything, though, probably.
But that's going to eat away at him. That's a moral thing that he has to deal with.
God damn.
That's a moral thing, because you see it in his eyes. He gave me a look like, I will fucking kill you guys when I'm able to talk again. But I think at that point you got to talk. We stepped out of our roles. We showed nothing but concern. Fezzi certainly didn't. Fezzi kept going with the bit.
Well,
even with the EMTs coming in and rolling his buddy away.
He's a
Ron's
trooper.
best friend is being rolled away, and Fezzi's still hanging on to the bit.
He's a trooper like that.
That's a moral thing now. That's going to eat away at him.
I didn't spray one person with ass spray after Earl hit the ground.
Yeah, I know. You're good like that.
I got to see that video before it becomes like evidence or something.
Before they tell us to erase it and make believe it didn't happen?
Yeah, exactly.
There's
What
no
video?
I was in here with the mic, so who could have been videoing? No one.
That's true.
Right.
Oh my God, is Ron Bennington going to be so pissed off We just deconstruct his show.
Well,
we take his show, and we just.
He dared us. He said the old Opie and Anthony would get Fez to talk, so we said game on, but we didn't know it was going to end with Earl getting knocked out and wheeled out of here.
So is that good enough to be the old Opie and Anthony? Knocking out the producer of the other show?
Well, just like the old Opie and Anthony, I'm sure we'll be for this.
Up Schitt's Creek?
Oh, my God. What do you think?
Smells like Schitt's Creek in here. Wow. Bad.
Patty.
Yeah, Patty, you stink.
Yeah, Patty, any final thoughts?
Please.
Going home to take a shower.
All right.
Patty goes home to take a shower. Cool.
I mean disgusting.
Earl's on his way to the hospital to make sure he's okay. Fezzi's still not talking.
Well, he might just be downstairs with the ambulance or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they might have just taken him down there, run some quick tests. I don't know. What's the scoop? Is he just downstairs?
They loaded him into the ambulance, and Ron just walked up.
Yeah.
And
what happened?
Yeah, tell us what happened there, E-Rock.
So
tell us what happened.
Ron goes.
Opie and Anthony. We haven't even really discussed what happened on Friday's show. Oh, of course, the boss is not really letting us off the hook, just keeping us all wondering all weekend long. I wrote one email and I got back, yeah, everything's okay for now, whatever the fuck that means. But, Earl took a header, fainting goat as Ronnie likes to call him.
Earl allegedly took a header. I'm not buying anything that he said that day. Sorry. I'm just not. I think he froze, he choked, he did whatever the hell he does. And when he realized he was getting all that attention by being on the floor, he just let it rock.
You don't even think he passed out?
No.
Really?
Not for real. His eyes, that fluttering act, stop it. Fucking epileptic doesn't go into shit like he went into on the floor. I wasn't fucking buying it. I wasn't. Sorry.
Sam showed me his iPhone photos of Earl in the hospital, like laying on a gurney, like with his hand on his head, like really selling it real good. He like, if anything, he hit his head.
Yeah, if anything, he hit his head. There was no damage done. And I kept asking him, I go, where does it hurt? Where did you hit your head? And he's like, all over the back is hurt, but this, like when you hit your head, you know exactly where you hit it. There's a bump. And then you press on it and go, fuck, that hurts. You don't hit the floor blinking like you fucking just underwent electroshock therapy.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't get up. He was, I don't know, I can't think. My thoughts are gone. I don't remember. What's the last thing you remember? I don't remember. Yes.
I was telling Friday at my house, a friend of mine came by, and I was explaining the story to him, and I said, look, I was like, there's no way he hit his head harder than this. And I turned around, and I smashed my head into the wall, and I was like, that's probably harder than he hit his head.
Right.
Just to prove a point. And, you don't, unless there's like some part of like funny bone in your skull, like that's not, it wasn't hard. Like, look, I'm not going to say you can't get knocked out by hitting your head. Of course you can, but I don't. There was no way that he hit his head that hard. Like I saw it go down. Like it just simply was not hard enough to get that kind of a reaction from anyone.
He was selling it. It was a work, and he was selling it. So that's all.
So he faked the whole thing?
Well, I don't know, man. It's just like I know for a fact that like there's nothing like I'm not retarded. I'm not gonna go and tackle Earl to the ground. Like that's stupid.
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
Are you gonna slam him down on the ground?
I basically I touched his leg and like people think I was people think everything. But they make it sound like I took him and like I flicked him and it was like some crazy monkey flip. Dude, I hugged his leg.
Yeah.
And people are making it sound like, like I threw him into the floor like a pile driver. And
it was nothing. You two were pretty much blocking each other from getting past.
Ridiculous.
And he went into this act like Tyson had just smashed him in the face.
Yeah, and you know what? If I've seen Tyson smash people in the face, and those people have gotten up quicker than Earl.
And they get up faster than Earl.
And they didn't have to lay down on a hospital gurney
and
with
they
their hand
were
on their
bitches.
head.
Some of them was his bitches.
Like, if you want to, like, look, I don't know what kind of problems Earl has mentally or anything like that, but, once it starts to get serious, like, enough to, where now we have to call emergency medical services, and, like, now it's a real thing that's happened. Like, just cut the shit and just be like, all right, I'm all right. No, I'm cool. I'm fine. I'm all right.
Well, Ronnie said that it happened so many times. He goes, he doesn't know how many times they've called the ambulance because he's just passed out because he smelt Febreze.
But does he pass out?
No, who knows if it's the truth or not?
I saw him pass out one day because, like, Ron was...
Was he faking the passing out?
I think,
I'm trying to figure all this out.
Because Ron was yelling
at him, and then all of a sudden I hear, Earl, and then I poked my head out, and he was just lying.
He passed out because he was being yelled at.
Well, why would you do that to yourself?
They call him the fainting goat. You ever see the fainting goats on YouTube?
So he can't handle pressure, and then he passes out? Like, I'm trying to, like, see through this. Like, I would never... under a stressful situation, all of a sudden pass out, because that would make it just way worse.
But dude,
as soon as you quote wake up, all hell would break.
He's had tests and CAT scans and all kinds of other shit.
Everything's negative.
Fine.
So what are we saying? He passes out and fakes that too?
I think he does it. I think he starts feeling stress and he starts feeling pressure, and I think that's his way of making it all stop. He knows that if he fakes a pass out, no one's going to yell at him.
And the problem then is gone.
Do you understand how weird that is? That's even weirder than just taking
It's psychotic.
With the way he was acting in the hospital, because he was there the whole time and he was selling it, but he admitted once we got to the hospital, because he had an oxygen mask on the whole way to the hospital.
Yeah.
So he was taking oxygen, and then when we got there, he said his head didn't hurt anymore. Then he said he definitely had a lump on his head, and so the doctor touched where the lump was and said, "Does this hurt?" And he went, "No, it doesn't hurt," which the lumps hurt. Then he had a CAT scan, which they said was completely normal, like nothing even to maybe worry about.
They found a cashew-sized brain in just solid skull.
But what it seems like to me is, I don't think he's consciously saying, "Okay, I'm going to fake fainting to get out of this," but I think he gets lightheaded because he starts stressing, and then mentally he just quits. And so he's like, if this were any worse, I'd pass out. And since he's quitting mentally, he just lets himself fall to the ground.
He just lets himself fall down.
That is weird.
Because, like, I don't think
I can't buy into that he's faking passing out.
He's not consciously thinking, when I wake up, it'll be worse. He's just saying, how do I get out of this now? I quit.
Which is so
I gotta get out of this.
Psychotic.
Oh, is this the here's the fainting goats?
Yeah, most people have seen the video of the fainting goats. A little pressure.
That's Earl. That's Earl right there.
How do they survive predators?
By the way, YouTube sensation. This is over 4.5 million hits. This video.
4.5 million hits.
Of course it is.
How do they survive? Wouldn't all the predators talk about them?
Yeah. Dude, you just scare them, they all fall down, and then you just eat them.
Hilarious.
Look at Earl. Oh, my head. Oh, my head. I hurt my head.
Well, that was just so weird on Friday.
Just all top.
That's a good one.
And I love how the legs go straight out.
Yeah.
They're paralyzed.
But that's how Earl fell, too.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's that
his limbs went dead. Earl's limbs went dead.
Yeah, I think these goats, they get so freaked out that they stiffen up.
So why don't we make a...
It's not even that they're fainting. It's just that they're...
Let's make a video with Earl. Him fainting. We'll yell and scream and see who can get him to faint.
Spray him with Febreze and then just watch him topple over.
Such video's great.
Dumb fucking goats.
So that's where we're at, I guess?
Yeah, and then apparently, I guess Fezzi broke his silence and let fucking loose. He released the hounds on Earl.
How do you make your eyes look like that, though?
Yeah, look at that.
I can do that.
It's the same
That's
thing he
the
did
Undertaker.
when he got Febrezed and he fainted. He hit the ground and started rolling his eyes in the back of his head.
So is he fainting or not? That's all I want to know today.
Well, when I told the doctor his eyes rolled, because he still had no recollection of what happened. So I said, the doctor was like, well, was he unconscious? And I said, no, because his eyes were fluttering. He was kind of moving, but his eyes were fluttering and he was unresponsive. And they said, well, was there seizuring to go with the eyes fluttering? And I said, no. And they just chalked it up to being nothing then, because that's like a person having a seizure. Their eyes flutter back.
I mean, look at that. He's laid out.
Then he's a good actor, because I bought into it Friday.
No, that eye fluttering thing made me think it was bullshit.
What about his limbs just going dead like that?
He's laying down.
I don't think he thinks he's faking. I think he thinks that this is actually happening.
It's really happening.
And doesn't realize he's just giving up.
We got the photos up on opieandanthony.com.
Oh, they're fantastic. He looks like a zombie with his eyes rolled back there.
Right. So, I still don't have an answer. I don't think it's anyone's fault on Friday, and I don't think Danny should even have to deal with meetings or any of that crap. But
no.
I just want to know, does he faint for real when the stress gets too much, or he's faking the fainting too?
I got to download the Fez stuff because I heard he just lambasted. He laid into him fucking bad.
Yeah. I didn't even know. I found out, actually somebody had commented on my Facebook saying that Fez was sticking up for me, and I was like, he broke his character over that?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He started dropping F-bombs left and right.
Yeah,
and
just completely unloaded on him.
Ronnie put the challenge out to us. He said, I don't think you guys could get Fezzy to talk.
We did
and
it.
I think, Ronnie, I'm sorry to tell you, but I think we were the ones, the catalyst to break up Fezzy's bit before it really started.
So he was mad at Earl for playing.
Well, because Earl was playing it to the point where he was going to go talk to the bosses. They want to sit down and talk to him, and Fezzy was paranoid. Like the bosses don't know Earl, and Earl's going to blow up everyone's fucking spot.
Well, that was the whole thing.
So Fezzy's like, fuck. I heard the whole thing. Fezzy's like, fuck this. I can't let this fucking happen. It's going to take us all down because Earl is being Earl.
That's the whole thing. Earl is so fucking dumb. He doesn't realize we're under new management here. This isn't fucking, Elo isn't going to come in and go, oh, what happened with Earl? The fucking idiots did this or that. It's some guy who has no fucking clue that Earl does this. Yeah. Thinks that there was a big fight between the two shows. Doesn't have any idea of what the history of the two shows are. Thinks that, Danny and Earl are duking it out in here, and he fucking, body slammed them. Like, Danny fucking gave him a tombstone on the floor. And Earl is so dumb, he doesn't fucking realize, these are new bosses. They don't understand this shit yet.
Right.
And we're the bastard stepchildren anyway.
Well, they better get fucking Earl a helmet for today's show. I wouldn't even allow him in this building without some kind of hockey helmet on. I would say, Earl,
Roman war helmet?
You want to continue working here, you have to wear the helmet all the time. Like it should be where Poe is, and Earl checks into work, here's your helmet.
I think we have a hard hat on the office.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
dig
absolutely.
It up.
Why didn't he faint when he got fucking jerked off? Yeah. A little nerve-wracking, a little excitement. He didn't faint then.
Yeah.
Any conflict, controversy, anything he's embroiled in, he fucking just faints out of it. You make a great soldier.
I was confused by the whole thing on Friday. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm like, that's either he either passed out or he's a damn good actor. What the fuck is he doing in radio?
I say he's got to wear the Kevlar. I say he's got to wear the Kevlar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
heavier.
Yeah, Earl's got to wear that at all times now.
Jim Norton. Look at Jim. Yes. Wow, Soldier Jim.
Let's say hi to Brian in Indiana.
I don't want to march, Sarge. My hat is heavy. Holy shit.
It's a heavy hat.
Brian, what's going on?
Hey, good morning, boys.
Morning.
I think Earl, if you put all the Rocky movies together, I think Earl holds the record over how many times Rocky Balboa hit the canvas.
You know something? That line wasn't funny when you did it on Ron and Fez. And even Ronnie said it.
Wow.
Well, I tried.
Wow, why are you trying on two different shows? You're crazy.
That is crazy.
Let's go to Arizona. Mindy.
Hey, listen, if you listen to the replay, right after Earl fell, kind of off mic, he says he's fine like 3 times, and then a minute later he can't even talk.
Yeah, then he couldn't even talk.
Well,
He's like, I'm fine, and then he's like fluttering, and he does this all the time. This is bullshit.
It was a must listen on Friday, that's for sure.
Wow.
I listened to the replay like 3 times on Friday. I couldn't get enough of this damn channel.
Earl.
And usually I just escape this whole radio thing after the show's over.
Dude, I did not fucking believe him for a second. Not for one fucking second did I believe that he was in any kind of medical fucking problem.
I think that's why I was so pissed about the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm looking around and I'm like, are you guys buying this? Like,
it's like
because I've seen it happen a bunch of times.
That's why I was interrogating him, trying to get him to fucking say, where does it hurt on your head? What happened? Where exactly did you fall? What do you remember? And all of his answers were bullshit.
Right.
Fucking a vegetable in a coma could give me more. Okay.
Yeah. Is corporate done with us as far as this goes? Are we moving on? I would like the all clear fucking sign.
Yeah, it's fucking fine.
Doug, Arkansas, how are you?
I'm pretty good. Hey, I think if you add all the times Rocky hit the canvas, Earl holds the record.
Nice.
It's all in the delivery, baby.
I hear you. Michigan checking in. Chris, how are you?
Hey, I used to be a paramedic, and she used to pick up a lot of people who were faking it. They'd fake the fainting spells and stuff. And she said the trick to figuring out if somebody had actually fainted or they were faking it, to grab their arm, pick it up, and kind of drop it on their face. It kind of goes off to the side, then they're faking it. If they actually lands on their face and smacks them in the face, then they're probably
your
out.
conscious reaction is going to be to avoid hitting your face.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I should have pulled out my hog and dropped it on Earl's mouth and nose.
Yeah, see if he fucking got up.
I win either way.
Psycho Bob, Baltimore, how are you?
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
Hey, I think you need to change his name from Black Earl to Blackout Earl.
Yeah, his new name is Blackout Earl. Very good, sir. Let's say hi to Matt in Virginia. Matt.
Hey, Jimmy asked a question. Well, how did those goats escape from predators? Well, they don't. They were bred to be attacked by predators, hence the name scapegoat to protect the valuable livestock.
Wait, those were created by people?
Yes, so that they get eaten and not like the valuable horses and cattle.
But how did they breed how did they just say, let's make them fall asleep?
Well, they just have one goat that does it, and it looks like something good, and then you just keep breeding that goat to get that trait. I don't know exactly how they did it, but they found that trait and started breeding them.
How did they make the sleeping goats? The goats just fall asleep.
I don't know. Let's go to Boston. Scott.
Hello.
Hey, Scott. How are you?
What's up, boys? How you doing?
Good.
I think I was so annoyed on Friday because I didn't have a phone that I could call in. Earl, I didn't believe him for 1 second. This is his version of the race card, where maybe he did pass out at one point, but now anytime it benefits him or saves his ass or keeps him from getting in any kind of trouble, I think this is his kind of way of playing that card where now he's safe, where you can't really touch him.
Well, I'm sure Ron and Fez are going to have a hell of a show today as they dissect this whole thing further.
Yeah, I just started getting into Ron and Fez, a couple of months ago, and I remember Earl from the old days back at the other show.
Right.
But he's just so incompetent. It's unbelievable. And I was screaming at my radio on Friday because I didn't have a phone. He was so full of shit.
Right.
But I don't know. Anyway, thanks, guys. Jimmy, love you. You're the best.
Thank you.
And I love your book.
Thanks,
All
buddy.
right.
All right. Be good.
Let's go to Matt in Arizona. Matt.
Hey, Hope, it's about time now that you'd give the official apology to Ron Bennington for even giving this guy a second chance with him.
I apologized to Ronnie a few times, but when I was offering up Earl, I said, it wasn't like, rah, here's Earl, the savior of your radio show. It was like, I was like, what else you got going on, Ronnie? That's sort of how it was presented. I don't want it to be confused. It wasn't like, oh, my God, Earl has changed. Because we all knew Earl from NEW, you know, and nothing really changed there. I knew Earl was going to be out of work soon, and I'm like, well, I think I presented it as you could at least start with Earl.
Yeah.
I didn't know, 3-4 years later, he'd still be...
Hold on to the guy.
With the Earl thing. But, I do apologize to Ronnie once again. Let's say hi to Bill in Charleston. Bill?
Hey, I just wanted to say that Danny had the line of the day Friday when Earl said he was going to go ape shit, and Danny offered him the bathroom key.
That was absolutely the line of the day.
Yeah. That made me laugh all weekend.
There was some foreshadowing, too, because what did I say? There's going to be a kill screen? A Donkey Kong kill screen?
Donkey Kong kill screen
coming up. And then who said, well, you got your Donkey Kong kill screen? Who was it? Dave's wife, right?
Yeah, to be fair, it was I was thinking that very line, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to keep my mouth shut in case this is serious.
Yeah.
And then me joking about it probably digs my hole even bigger, so I'm just going to shut my dumb mouth.
All right, let's say hi to Jay in Atlanta. Jay.
Hey.
Hey.
Why? No, wait a minute. Earl passed out when he smelled Febreze, but he doesn't pass out when he smells liquid ass.
Oh, yeah.
Some people were speculating that, too, that the liquid ass smell made him pass
he's a faker,
out.
man.
That crap is awful. We're going to take a couple days off from the liquid ass.
Oh, a couple of days, please. I don't want to smell that again.
That stuff is just
horrid.
I did not take a day off from the liquid ass, by the way.
What'd you do?
I had liquid duties.
Oh.
I thought you all right. Brett in California.
Made your own.
Yeah. Play the home game.
Hey, I blame Opie. You shouldn't have let him near satellite radio. He knew what he was about way back in the old days.
Yeah, but it was Ronnie's decision in the end.
No, but you're the boss, man. You're the big guy.
I'm the boss, all right.
That's what I hear.
It was Ronnie. Ronnie had no one else, is what it comes down to.
Oh, dude, hit Craigslist. Anybody, shit.
Craigslist. You want to produce for the Ron and Fez show, and you got good
I'm
cans.
there, man. I could be there in 6 hours, and I could fuck the show up just as bad as he does. I'm sure of it.
Well, I guess we just wait for Ronnie to make a decision. That's what we wait for now.
Hey, boys, have a good day.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Let's see. There's no victims. There's just there's no volunteers. There's just victims. How does that go?
No victims, only volunteers.
Only volunteers. There you go. Let's say hi.
They say that about people that are always in abusive relationships.
Yeah, right.
You
that
know?
they get themselves into that on
No victims, volunteers.
not even on purpose, but just some psychological fucking problem. It's like these chicks that just have the same douche boyfriend all the time.
Yeah.
Different face, different name, but same like either abusive or fucking selfish or whatever. It's like, hey, maybe it's you. Maybe you're searching these guys out.
I think in most cases you don't want a better relationship. That's all you know, and that's all you want. So you just do the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's like there's something about, instead of leaving, they prefer the victim status, and yet they're showing up. It's like, just stop showing up, just leave.
I have someone in my family, I'm convinced they never want to be better or happy, because that's too scary.
I got no mercy
That's
to people
too
like that.
scary.
It's like, you know what? I got sober at a young age, so I've had to do a lot of shit for my... You know what? People that just want to stay sick, fuck them.
Yeah.
I got no fucking mercy for them.
Who's that guy? Man in the mirror, Opie?
We can do jokes if you want to do jokes.
Oh, come on. It's funny.
No, it's Tony in Pennsylvania. Tony.
Hey, boys. How you doing?
Earl's here?
Earl.
What's up, Tony?
Daniel there? Is Daniel there?
Yeah,
Hi.
Daniel's here.
I just wanted to say Danny could have saved face during the Guitar Hero battle. He could have pulled this charade just like Earl.
I did. That's why I lost. Right in the middle of the song, I just passed out. That's the only reason why you beat me.
The Xbox passed out. A lot of controversy over the ending of that. But you're practicing, right, for the big rematch?
Yes, actually. I have started my practice.
All right, where's Earl? Earl's got to put on his helmet and come on in here.
Put on his helmet.
We're discussing the Earl situation from Friday.
I have a feeling this is going to annoy me.
What, the Earl thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here comes Earl. He's putting his helmet on.
Helmet on. There's Earl. Keep the helmet on. We don't want to injure
yeah, Earl,
that very vulnerable skull.
We could lose our careers over your fainting or your passing out shit. So what's going on, Earl?
Said, I'm okay. And I told corporate not to let no one go down on this at all.
Not to let no one go down. That sounds like double negative.
He's talking. Obama's coming in, so he can talk like this now.
What are you talking?
No, I just said it was an accident. That don't come down on you guys. It was an accident. That's all I can say.
So what happened?
Well, I mean, as far as what they asked me,
what happened on Friday to you, Earl Douglas?
See, that's the thing that's kind of... I mean, they checked me out,
What happened in studio? Did you pass out? Did you fake passing out? Were you knocked out? What are you saying?
I swear to God, I don't remember what happened.
You have to remember what happened.
I really don't. I swear to God, I don't remember.
Do you have a achy head today?
No.
But if you got knocked out and you don't remember, wouldn't you have some kind of sensitive bump on your head?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I really do not remember.
Is there any spot in your head that is sensitive? Sore?
I mean, I had a little dent on the side of my head.
How can you tell? We've all seen your dents all these years.
Do you realize?
I swear to God,
but do you realize something? You went to the hospital. They checked you out. You're talking amnesia. You're talking a head injury-induced amnesia, which would have shown up at the hospital. It didn't show up. So how do you not know what happened?
I'm telling you guys, I swear to God.
What do you remember?
I remember talking to you.
What were you saying to me?
We were talking about Fez. You know, that I'm here to basically protect Fez from anything that was happening.
Yes.
That and
you're ready to beat me up over a dumb bit. You're like, I'll do whatever it takes to protect Fez.
But outside,
and then you fucking fell asleep on the floor. You didn't protect Fez at all. I fucked his mouth and ass.
And you know,
love this.
I mean, I wish I could give you more guys, but I don't.
You were
remember.
where E-Rock is, and you were showing your chest to me like, I'll do anything. And do you know, as you were like, quote, trying to protect Fez, fucking Sam was behind your back squirting the shit out of him with the liquid ass stuff, and he couldn't say anything because he was doing the I can't talk bit.
That I didn't. I was looking at you. I was talking with you.
And then Danny came around, and then you guys weren't even grappling. And next thing you know, you were out cold on the ground.
It was like,
you don't remember any of this? Come on.
I swear to God, I don't.
Picture the worst wrestling match you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, right.
And it wasn't even close to being that good.
It's the primetime Sam Roberts match.
So,
that's when you said worst wrestling match I'd ever seen. It was that one.
I mean, whatever it was an accident, and I'm sorry.
But Earl, you're going to get everyone fired.
I don't. And I told those. I said
psychologically, there's something going on with you. Do you pass out or not?
I had a situation where I was
kind of
fainting.
looking at videos over the weekend because there was such confusion after Friday's show, and Ronnie's like, no, he does the fainting go thing. So I went on YouTube and I popped in, and there's a couple videos of you fainting. So are you actually fainting? And why?
I had an issue of fainting. I had a CAT scan done on it.
And what did they say?
They said it was like some type of sinus condition. I took antibiotics, and after that, I was fine.
You had a sinus condition that was making you pass out?
I don't know. That's what they told me.
Like
they gave me antibiotics. I took it for 10 days, and after that, I was fine.
It seems like when you get stressed, you faint.
Yes, that seems to be the thing.
And is that real or not? Or are you just trying to get out of a stressful situation?
I can only tell you the situation. That's what the doctors told me.
How many times have you passed out? I can honestly say I've never passed out in my life.
I don't know. I mean,
I've gotten lightheaded a couple times. Like, whoa, I might
a
pass
couple
out.
of times.
Oh, definitely a few times on the Ron and Fez show.
Why do you keep going to sleep, bro? Why do you keep making seepins?
Seepies.
But again, I want to say I am sorry. I told corporate, don't come down on these guys. It was an accident, and
what did you tell corporate?
I told corporate. Said it was an accident. It was just.
What part of it was an accident?
Again, it was like me, I guess, falling down. It was an accident. It was an accident.
Do you think that I physically did anything to you, Earl, that would have caused you to hit your head? Do you think that do you feel that I implied force in any way?
Danny, I don't want anything to happen to you.
I get it, but I'm asking a question.
That doesn't matter. If it's perceived that Danny did something, he could be in trouble.
Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make, though.
And did you tell corporate that you don't remember anything?
They said, and I told them it wasn't. It was from this show. It was not their fault at all.
What did you tell them? That you don't remember, just like you told us?
I said it was an accident.
If I'm a corporate guy
accident.
and you're coming to me going, I don't remember what happened, I'm like, holy shit, the boys knocked him out. That's what I would think as a corporate guy.
I said it was an accident, and please do not come down on the guys at all.
What part was the accident?
I guess me falling was an accident. It was no worse than me. It would have been. It was no different, I guess, than me slipping and falling.
I am so fucking confused. I just want to understand this whole thing. Because, like, your acting was pretty damn good on Friday, so I'm thinking,
I mean,
Earl, I'm getting a communique from a female police officer who I know, and she's not exactly on your side here. He looks like every black man in jail who fakes a pass-out or seizure to avoid going to the county.
Yeah.
And then a minute later, she's yelling, "Please yell, you fucking faked it, you fucking coward."
Yeah.
She's not happy with you, Earl.
Earl, when you get stressed out, what happens to you? You have to leave the situation? We've seen that over the years. I can't count how many times you ran out on us at NEW. So is this the next stage of that, where now you just pass out to get out of the situation?
Yeah, you used to just leave the situation. You'd be like, nope, you hang up and then disappear. We'd be like, where's Earl? He's on a sticker stop.
Right.
He couldn't find it, and then he just decided to not answer the phone and not show up at the stop. And
yeah, and people are now more frustrated that you're not even giving any answers. You told corporate you don't remember on Friday. That's not good for us.
What I said was, do not come down on the guys. Danny, you did nothing.
How do you know if you already told him I don't remember anything from Friday? Were you faking, Earl?
No.
From beginning to end.
As far one thing, I remember one thing, and then the next thing I'm on my back.
Did you remember me kind of cupping your cock and balls while you laid there?
No.
Well, that did happen.
With that military,
but Danny, you didn't do anything, and again, I'm sorry. I am terribly sorry for everything.
So maybe you should resign to save everybody else's asses.
Whatever the ramifications are, if anything comes down, have it come down on me and nobody else.
Well, I don't think you should get in trouble for falling down, even though you have a military helmet on, which would make you Sergeant Bilker.
Yeah. Get it? Where's this bump on your head?
There's one right here.
I thought you said it was a dent.
Yeah. What's that lump of shit on your shoulders?
Wow.
And again, Danny, you didn't do
spent a half hour on this. I still don't understand anything.
I'm being serious. I mean, I don't want anything.
Yes, Earl, I don't need you to tell me that I didn't do anything. I was there. I know I didn't do anything.
Earl, take the fall.
What's the note say, Earl?
Take the.
What's the note say?
What does the note say?
Say that you faked it. That's all it says.
Who asked me to read that?
That's not what it said.
What's it say?
What does it say, Rock?
Apparently, there are people in the back who wish Earl would just admit that he faked this, so this whole thing could end. He says it's an accident, but he's not admitting that he faked it.
So you think what happened was Earl might have got a slight bump, like nothing, and then completely played it up?
Yeah.
Yes. Did you get so? The only other thing I could think of is you got so stressed out, you passed out, and hence falling to the floor.
I'm not even giving him credit for that. I think, Earl, this is my own opinion, whatever. I think you took a topple, you ended up on the floor, and then played it up like, all right, I'm down here, let me just play it up. I'll flutter the eyes, I'll do this, I'll have a lack of memory, and with absolutely no physical injuries showing whatsoever.
And then I think he was in it. He was playing it up so much, and he was in the shit so deep that he passed the point of no return.
Yeah,
couldn't just be like, oh, okay, I'm fine. So he forced the issue and forced, and he had to go with it so that it would look like it was legitimate.
Because I noticed the second the EMTs showed up and brought in the little chair, you really started getting better. You, at that point, were like, all right, no, I'm fine. You get up, you get in the chair, I saw you.
I wish I was that smart, but I'm not.
So how'd you feel the rest of the weekend?
Okay, I guess. I'm embarrassed. I'm mortified.
You got a clear bill of health from the hospital. No concussion, nothing.
And your head doesn't hurt at all. Let's just clear that up. It doesn't hurt, right?
I feel fine. I feel fine.
Well, because before you said that you didn't feel anything. You said you didn't feel anything at the hospital when you were with Sarah.
Earl, I would call in sick today, man. You're going to get a beating.
All I know is that I've been punched in the face hard.
Again,
and I haven't passed out, and it hurt for weeks.
Again, I feel horrible about the situation. I don't want anybody to get in trouble.
Silence.
Yeah, you wrecked Fez's bit.
Your
whole job was to protect the bit, and in the end, you caused the end of the bit.
They threatened me with a possible firing because I had the ambulance call. I've been threatened with being let go.
Jim, and again, I'm terribly terribly sorry.
I was worried about you.
Yeah, because Jim was concerned.
And I appreciate it.
And they're making me pay for it because it's not covered.
Why don't you go around the room and say sorry to everybody?
I really am sorry.
Here's
Jim,
something else I want to know.
Sorry, Anthony. Sorry, Opie. Sorry, Danny. I'm really, really sorry.
Here's something else I want to know, and I want an honest answer. Was our boss listening to the show and heard the turmoil and came by, or did somebody call him and have him come by? And by someone, I mean Steve Carlisi. Steve, if you would please come in. I would like to know, Steve.
The former. He heard and called and said he was coming over.
That's not how he said it to us.
Well, that's exactly the truth.
Okay, you didn't call him and say, "Hey, this is going down."
Nope.
Why?
All right.
A communique?
No. I just there were speculation as to why the boss came over, but
No,
as
I got
long
a
as
call.
okay. Ooh. Jimmy's pointing at your wiener.
No. Did he answer right away when you called?
Some of the calls coming in, we can't get to all of them. If he had a concussion, he'd still be in the hospital. This guy crashed a bike at 75 miles an hour, remembers everything.
70.
Everything. Earl's full of shit. You could easily find out if Earl was lying. How? Let's go to this one. Sick Vic, New York, what's up?
Hey, boy.
And by the way, for the people that think it was a bit all from beginning to end, you are so wrong, I can't even tell you. The bit part might be if Earl was playing all of us. But we had nothing to do with this ahead of time.
I bought it hook, line, and stinker.
Hey, listen, taking a week off last week, that was the epitome of why I took off. And if you talk to Jimmy the Greek, he'll tell you that Earl was raised as a scapegoat for all your sick society up there.
Sick society.
That was great. It was fun watching you spiral aimlessly out of control.
Yeah. How can we find
horrible delivery?
Horrendous.
How can we find out if Earl was lying? That's. Let's say hi to Rich in Maryland. Rich.
Hey, boys, how you doing?
Good, Rich.
Jimmy, you're awesome.
Thanks, Rich.
Listen, guys, I wanted to say that it's very easy to figure out whether this guy is full of shit or not. It's very clear that he played this thing up and that he, made this so much bigger than it really is. But to know whether he's really lying or not, just run a voice stress analysis on some of the tapes that you have of him answering the questions. That's something Stunt Brain can look up online, or get a polygraph expert to come in. The whole system is portable. Bring somebody in and run a test on the guy. I'll find out the truth.
Voice stress might be tough because he said so little after.
Yeah.
He only said a couple of words.
No, he means talking about it now.
No, didn't he mean for the incident? He meant the tape, right? Oh, me now is different.
I'm not sure.
I think you meant how he's talking about it now. You can pick up on some stuff. Earl, why don't you do the channel a favor? Just resign. I mean, just take the hit for everybody.
Yeah, because I'm already in very deep water.
I would take the hit, resign, live on our show, because we certainly could use the ratings. And then put your helmet on the console and just walk out.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't want anybody losing their gigs. And I said that to everybody, everyone at corporate. I said that to, and again, I'm terribly sorry.
But if you resign right now, then it all goes away, because then you finally have taken the fall.
And if that's what it takes,
I'm saying that's what it's going to take.
I've been threatened with relief of my duties for what they said was inappropriately calling or having called an ambulance.
A bambulance.
How about this?
Earl needs a bambulance.
You don't even. It's not even fair to Ron Fez. So I suggest you resign to save the channel. And why don't you tell Ronnie what your decision is at noon today?
All right.
Which, by the way, will get everyone talking. See, I told you it was a bit. No, it's not a bit.
And again, I wish.
I want you to think long and hard, and then I want you to, if you're not going to resign, you better have a damn good reason to tell Ronnie why you're not resigning.
We've actually
maybe they could place you somewhere else in the big organization.
I mean, I can't say enough how I didn't want to put anybody on this show and on our show, and then in weird positions.
Well, Earl, when we talked about it beforehand, you said that at the end you would just acknowledge that you were kidding, and you didn't.
Yeah.
Were you?
I want to say.
Were you playing it up at all?
A little bit.
At all. It is
All
radio.
animation.
It's show business. Were you playing it up at all that you were doing a little worse than you really were?
It's okay if you are. Who cares? It's part of the bit.
We all, we all do it. What is this? Is this
more Earl fainting for no reason?
Oh, there it is. There's the eye thing.
We all like showbiz. Earl.
That's real. You got a real issue.
And I had it checked out, and
there's nothing.
And they sent you home in an hour and a half out of a New York hospital. There couldn't.
Yeah, I've
you
never
couldn't
seen
have
someone
less
get
wrong with
released
you.
faster.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
I spent 6 days once for a hangnail.
Yeah.
That's right, Earl. Good joke.
It was the great hangnail incident.
Oh, boy.
I'm watching you.
I should have a funny bone implanted. Thanks.
That's funny.
Like, what goes on with you, man?
Physical problems, I guess. I don't know.
But you don't.
No mental problems.
You don't have physical problems. They've been checked out.
You have mental problems, that's for sure.
That brain of yours has been scanned. Must have had to set that fucking thing for deep penetration.
Fucking same thing they're looking to find the big bang with. They like the Hubble of fucking brain scan things. See through all the fucking fog and dreck.
Yeah. Dreck. John in Jersey. Johnny.
Hey, what's going on, boys? Love you, love the show.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Hey, I was thinking maybe Earl could write a book called If I Was Faking It.
Yeah, your own OJ
Explain the
book.
entire thing top to bottom.
Yeah, nice. We could get a book out of it, Earl.
It's like the old expression, Earl.
How I Fucked Up 202 by Earl Douglas. Carrie, a doctor. What's up, Carrie?
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I was calling because it sounds like, if this is really true, it's something called vasovagal. You have this nerve that runs the entire course of your body, and under extreme situations, some people get really stressed, some people who have anxiety, this nerve can be stimulated, causing your blood pressure to drop, and when that happens, people can pass out.
So what can they do for him?
Well, there's really not much you can do for it.
Shoot 'em.
Talk about trying to limit your stress, limit anxiety, some anti-anxiety medications.
How about if he wears a 30-pound lead face mask?
Well, that doesn't hurt, I guess.
like heavier than the one they put on your chest for X-rays, and cut eye holes in it, make him talk through it.
But I mean, that's what it sounds like. That's why it won't show up on testing and things of that nature, because it really happens when you kind of squeeze your lower half of your body because you're really stressed, and you stimulate this nerve.
What nerve is it, madam?
The vagus nerve.
Vegas?
Hey, the vagus nerve.
Is it in the cock muscle?
It's called a vasovagal reaction is what it is.
So if we squeeze him really tight, will he pass out?
No, it's usually involves the squeezing of your abdominal.
Is that why people pass out when they're trying to really force a shit sometimes?
That's exactly what happens.
I've woke up many times, like laying on my side on the bathroom rug with a fucking an anaconda hanging out of my ass crack, and it's got like little fucking rug fuzzies on it. I don't know what happens. I sometimes bang my head on the door jamb, and there's a giant doo-doo festering behind me like a tail. Sometimes I feel like a monkey. I run around making chimp sounds.
Not even cut off. It's still like perfectly in your ass.
You know what happened? It was going to get cut off, but as I was pushing this giant stool out, it like snaked along the rug and hit the toilet and just stopped, and then backed up into my honey hole. And I bang my head. You talk. I'm kidding.
She doesn't even want to deal.
No, she doesn't
I
want
bang my head on the door
funny.
jamb, madam. Well, now my duty has fuzzies on it.
Mike has noticed something we noticed probably for over 10 years now. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, the one thing, and I'm not there to see his face like you guys, thank God, but it's listening to him answer your questions, just the evasive verbal tics. You ask him a direct question, and it's just, I mean, I just don't want to get anybody in trouble. I don't know.
Earl
can't answer a goddamn straight question.
Earl has always been like that. It's such a frustrating thing.
Resign,
And
Earl.
Earl, we're all saying, if someone says I was faking, I would raise bloody hell.
Exactly.
I'm just sitting there.
I'm just trying not to get. I'm not trying to get.
You're trying to save face. I'm just trying to.
I'm just trying to
Finish your sentence, Earl. You're just trying to what?
What? I'm owning up to it. I'm just like, I am 100% responsible. It was not Danny's fault.
100% responsible.
For what? Get the boys in trouble.
Yeah.
For what? For faking the whole thing?
I instigated the whole situation, and I'm sorry.
Did you play it up a little when you're on the ground? That's what you're talking about?
Admit it.
So, I mean, if everyone thinks I was playing it up, then yes, I was playing it up.
No, what's the truth?
If everybody thinks...
see,
you're like a martyr.
I'm not being a martyr. I'm owning up to the situation.
You're not.
I'm
saying
sorry.
It. You're not saying you're not. You're trying to spare yourself the embarrassment of, which I can understand. I get embarrassed.
I mean, I'm embarrassed by the whole situation.
But there's people's jobs on the line here.
You know, and I don't want. And again, I don't want anyone losing their gigs. It's the last thing I want.
Well, I've been threatened with a disciplinary removal from my duties because I'm the one that authorized the calling of the ambulance.
Any disciplinary things, have it come down on me. No one else. Anyone else. Have it come down on me.
I one time fell off the toilet.
There's no
and
period.
struck my head on the sink basin.
Cut him off at the pass and just resign, and then it goes away, Earl.
And there was a curly duty that accidentally caulked the door shut, and I almost starved to death. My duty caulked the door shut, Earl.
You gotta watch that Vegas nerve.
Yes, you do.
When you're making duty.
They call me Caulk Duty Norton, and it's embarrassing.
Let me say hi to Don in West Virginia. Don.
Vegas nerve and my ass. It was like a slot machine paying off.
It sure was. It became Atlantic Shitty.
Don in West Virginia.
Yeah, by having that woman doctor in there a minute ago, you gave Earl a way out. Now he's got this vagal nerve thing that's wrong with him. You can't be proven, so now he can faint and do whatever he wants. Earl, you have your way out. You got a vagal problem.
Yeah, you got a vagal problem. Let's say hi to John in Westchester. John.
Hey, guys. Hey, if you notice, when Earl is answering these questions, he sounds exactly like the guy from Fargo when that guy gets interrogated by the cop. He's like, well, I'm cooperating here, you know?
You're right.
This is him passing out again?
This is another video. It's a completely different one.
What video? Thank you, sir.
This is when they were trying to cure Fezzi's fear of heights.
Right.
And they pretended like they were going to, lift Earl out the window, and he decided that he couldn't go along with the joke, and he passed out.
Wait, go back. Earl, what's going on, man? Earl. Like they were actually going to throw you out a window. That would be murder, you dummy.
Your name should be Girl Douglas. You're acting like a little bitch.
Black girl.
So what happens here, Danny? They have the window open.
Yeah, they got the window open, and Fezzi's kind of holding
Earl.
Fez is like on his back, and then they decide that they're going to let Fez go and then try to lift Earl out, and he decides that he's now fainted. Like the stress was too much for him, and he's now passed out on the floor with his head on the floor. On top of your head.
What is going on?
Maybe Earl faints a lot. Why do you faint so much?
Again, it was.
Stop fainting.
I wish I would. I don't want to.
Stop fainting.
I don't want to do it. Jesus Christ. I want to be healthy. I want to be. But it happens.
Let's go to Matt in Illinois. Matt. Yeah, but I don't feel like getting fired over your it happens thing. Let's go, Matt.
Hey, guys. This is so frustrating. Earl, why don't you just make an on-air statement saying exactly what everybody wants you to say? Danny had nothing to do with this. I fell on my own.
I already said that.
I hit the floor. Come on. Seriously. You stop saying it was an accident. Everybody knows it wasn't an accident.
I would imagine if you do have this fainting thing, the best I could come up with, which isn't that great, is the stress was too much, and then all of a sudden you passed out, falling on your head because now you're not standing on your own. That's the best I could come up with.
Danny is completely not at fault. Absolutely not at fault.
Well, I will say it. We all know that,
and I'm admitting it.
But you're admitting something we all know. What we don't know but have really huge suspicions of is that the whole thing was a work. That once you hit the ground, you decided, I'm going to play this up now like I'm completely knocked out. And everything that happened during that event points to that. And if you use Danny Ross's razor, you will notice that the simplest answer...
It's actually Occam's razor.
I call it Danny Ross's razor now. I don't know who Occam is. I don't know if this Occam person. I don't know what he does.
Yeah. Tell him you don't want to use his razor. He'll understand. Believe me.
We got Dennis in Hoboken. He has this syndrome, this vagal, or whatever the hell it's called, syndrome. Dennis.
Yeah, no, I don't have the syndrome or anything. I simply had it happen once. It was actually triggered, I'm kind of embarrassed to say, by brain freeze. I drank a frozen drink so fast that it got that headache was so bad that caused that reaction. And I did pass out, and my head hit the floor, and it was hurting for weeks afterwards. Oh, and also, I do remember everything that happened right before, right up to it, and then right after.
Drinking that delicious Slurpee or something, and
it was right in the line of Opie. It was a strawberry daiquiri. It wasn't a martini, but
brain freeze.
It did the job. So it only happened once, and there is a treatment for it. You can get on what's called a tilt table, and they tilt you and they test if your blood pressure is good enough. So it is treatable, and the most important thing is I remembered everything.
Yeah, psychologically something's going on with Earl. Let's say hi to Clint in Ohio. Clint?
Yeah, you could tell if Earl's lying or not, because he would have been vomiting. One time I got hit when I was playing football on both sides of my head, and I remembered everything, but about a half hour later I started vomiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
He
scare
didn't
me.
vomit nothing.
Oh, you
He's a
scare me,
liar.
man. You scare me. I don't know what's going on with you.
I used to vomit. A lot of times I would have this thing where I would push really hard while making a duty, and I would fall off the toilet. And then one time I woke up, and I was on all fours.
Yeah.
And I had a big curly one hanging out, and I looked like one of the Wizard of Oz flying monkeys. I even had the little hat on. I don't know who did that.
Who put the hat on your
I
head?
don't know. Somebody came in and placed the hat on my head.
A practical jokester.
Yeah, because I looked like a flying monkey. I had a big duty tail sticking out the back, and it had cleaning products on the end of it because I knocked them over under the shelf. I knocked over my Ajax. I had duty with Ajax on the tip.
Was half of your tail flat from sitting on the floor, or with the impression of tile in it?
No, what it was I fell off the toilet. Apparently, what people who heard, there was a large group of cheerleaders in the next room, and they heard me. apparently, I went, no! And then they heard a thud, and I was on all fours with my head against the wall.
Oh, okay.
And the giant duty tail. They said when they opened the door, it continued coming out like Play-Doh. Like my body, it was like when you die.
Like when you light one of those 4th of July snakes on the ground.
snake. They said they were yelling at me, and I wouldn't move, but I just kept shitting. I quote one girl, she said, "We thought you were going to shit until the Messiah came back." Which I thought was an unnecessary comparison to make, because, miss, that could be years. And
it's unrealistic.
Yeah, there was a little tile mark, but it was probably about 2 feet into the duty.
Oh, okay.
There was a little tile print, and I had knocked over my, I was drinking a Diet Root Beer, and I had knocked that over, and the bottle cap got stuck in the log. So when I would walk, I would hear that, you know that bottle cap scraping on the fucking tile sound?
Yes.
Gregory Hines put my shit on his shoe and did a little dance, and then he promptly died. As he should have. Fucking asshole he was.
So let's go to Walt the trucker, the only person trying to stick up for you, Earl. Walt.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hello, Walt.
Hey, buddy. Anyway, listen, I got a tape of when I was a kid. Me and my next-door neighbor was boxing. We was barely touching each other. Now, he hit me, and I woke up 2 hours later.
Jesus.
I don't remember none of it. I never had a mark on my face. He didn't hit me hard, and I watched the video, all right? 2 hours later, before I come to my senses. All right, so, Earl, you stick to your guns. If you were white, they wouldn't say nothing to you.
You can say that again.
I mean, I think something happened, Earl, that has really nothing to do with this radio show or the Ron and Fez show, and I'm more concerned about that. Like, there's some weird thing going on with you. This whole passing out thing under stress. Let's say hi to Nathan in Georgia.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Nathan.
I'm an EMT in Georgia. When there's a head injury or a neck injury, there's some pretty specific procedures questions, if you will, that the EMTs would have asked him in the ambulance. He says he doesn't remember anything. I want to know when his memory starts again, if that was in the ambulance, and were there some specific things they asked him.
The last thing you remember was talking to me, confronting me to protect Fez.
But when did your memory
when did your memory come back after that?
Like counting lights, pretty much. I'm looking up, and I remember saying, "What happened?" I remember asking, like, "What happened?"
Earl, was that?
I think I asked to be
studio,
helped up.
or was that in the ambulance?
No, it was in here.
Okay, so his memory returns when he's in the studio. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Earl?
Can you hear this guy, Earl?
Then this question is for Earl.
Earl, put your headphones on. The guy's talking to you.
Can't put it over the helmet.
So take the helmet off, Earl. Hold on, sir. The Earl didn't realize you were talking to him.
My question is, give Earl, what were the first 3 or 4 things that the EMTs did in the ambulance? Because clearly your memory returned when you were in the studio. So go ahead and tell me.
Well, I remember getting wheeled out. They asked me questions. They just asked basic questions.
The ambulance.
They were just getting all my information, like my name, my address, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, were you able to give that to them?
Yes.
Did they ask you some very specific questions that you would remember if your memory's back, Earl? If they really believed you had this type of injury, they're very, very specific questions. All right, you know what? Forget it. He's lying. That's it.
I didn't keep lying. I'm answering the question. You asked me what they asked me. They asked me my basic information. They asked me.
Earl, no one knows. Oh my God, whatever. You're so vague. No one knows.
I'm not vague. They asked
no
me
one knows the first thing about you.
Vague.
You've always been vague ever since I've known you.
What else do you want me to tell you?
Everything.
What did they ask me? They asked me my name. They asked me my address. They asked me my social security number. They asked me who could I contact. That's what I asked.
We just spent an hour on this.
Being vague. But how am I being vague?
We just spent an hour on this. We didn't get anything done. I have no idea what I learned from this whole hour. You're like, you don't blame Danny, but you still say you don't remember. Like it's a fucking a mess.
Yeah, I want to say it's one. I will take complete responsibility.
And when I said that, your complete responsibility would to actually resign. That's complete responsibility, by the way. So even that's vague. Like I'll take complete responsibility.
If that's what it takes, then so be it.
More vagueness.
More vagueness.
We think you're crying crocodile tears, Earl.
Yes.
I don't know what you want me to say.
With you, it's the vagueness nerve.
All right, Earl, whatever. I feel bad for you. I would call in sick.
Again,
all hell's going to break loose starting at noon today. We didn't get anything done here. We're going to end with the Earl song that Brother Joe did. I think would be perfect.
That is a classic.
I'd continue, but we're not going to get anywhere with this.
I got to take my truck in and get the brakes done anyway. Sometimes I actually use them. And when I have lately, they're making that sound. You know when you step on the brakes, it starts with that squeal, and you're like, I got a few days, and then like an hour later, it's going.
That could be your caliper grinding your rotor away.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I looked at one of the rotors already. It might be beyond cutting.
Right.
It's a little grim.
Stupid me. That happened to me on an old car of mine, and I got once I got to where I was going, I got out of the car and I looked at it and I saw like the grooves that looked like a record. And dumbass me, I go, oh man, and I put my finger on it.
Oh, it's blazing hot.
Blazing hot.
Did it hurt?
You know, yeah, it did.
Not much friction. You know, a giant vehicle being stopped by that much metal.
It was a little hot.
Yeah, a little hot. I hope you had little groove burns in your fingertips.
I don't think, to be honest, I left my finger there long enough.
Yeah.
But, you know, the short amount of time that my finger was in contact with that rotor, I felt the heat. Like, it was white hot, like to the point where it took my brain a second or two to actually process that there was pain happening.
Was it so hot it felt cold?
It's like, is that cold or is it hot?
Oh, man, that's the worst feeling.
When I was a kid, I popped in the cigarette lighter in my dad's car as we were driving somewhere, who the fuck knows where, and then I pulled it out, and it's cherry red, and I fucking put my pinky in there.
What an
and
asshole.
I had the little rings from a cigarette lighter.
I think we've all done that one.
On my pinky
I've done that
for
one, too.
months.
Did you yell?
Yeah, I started crying, and my
It's like a
father
little
hit me, said I was
bullseye
being
on your
stupid.
fingertip.
He goes, what do you think was going to happen, you idiot? And then,
I remember one time
crying.
I had a frying pan, and it was poorly designed, and there was a piece of metal that was attached to the handle, and I went to grab the pan, but I went too deep on the handle, and I just touched this hot metal piece on my finger. Terrible.
One time I had a beanbag chair, and I threw it off a 30-story building, and it landed on a small group of elderly women, killed them.
Really?
Yeah. It was a Cleveland Browns beanbag chair. I had filled it with bowling balls because I thought it would be more comfortable in my store hiney. Because the beans in the beanbag chair always got caught in my tuchus. So I threw a bag of bowling balls off the roof.
Some elderly?
Yes, there was a group of small, elderly, frail women playing pinochle right into the building. Killed 9 of them. 2 survived, but their legs were ruined. Paralyzed 2 of them.
Earl's lack of anything in the last hour was brought to you by DirecTV. Call 888-961-DirecTV. That's 888-961-DirecTV. DirecTV, yes. Earl, I don't know what to tell you. You frustrate the hell out of me. Always have.
Earl.
Always have. I don't know anything about you. After all these years, you can't even. I don't get it. I'm so confused by you.
I really don't know what to tell you. I've said.
I understand. You go around in circles for another hour.
I'm
That's
not running
what I'm getting at.
circles.
Did you fake it a little bit, Earl?
A little bit, right? A little bit.
Did you fake it a little bit?
All you know is confrontation. Next thing you know, you're waking up. Right?
Did you fake it a little bit?
God's honest
Earl,
truth.
did you ham it up a little bit?
So when they try to throw you out the window, did you pass out then too?
I was freaking out.
So did you pass out?
Like, I honestly, I don't know why, but
Say more of this. Do
you know what?
Answer the question. Were you out?
Yes, I freaked out and passed out.
He might have passed out because of the confrontation, like the whole thing with
That's
Danny.
what I'm getting at. He might have, if this is a real medical issue, when the stress gets so bad. Because I'm trying to understand this. You passed out. Next thing you know, if Danny and you were kind of grappling a little bit, then all of a sudden you fall down. Now it looks like Danny might have, slammed you to the ground, which definitely didn't happen. I can tell you that much. That's the only thing I can come up with. I've seen the pass out videos, so I'm trying to understand. Is that something you're doing to get out of something, or is it a real issue?
It's a real issue. I just said it's a real issue.
So shouldn't you be getting more tests?
I mean,
really.
You're crying crocodile tears, Earl. It's not a real medical condition. My grandmother, rest in peace, had a medical condition that was genuine.
What was it?
She passed out a lot too. Whenever,
Oh yeah.
Yes, I had a toy I would play with. It was an anvil on a chain. I would swing it wildly in the living room. And all of a sudden, whenever she would see that coming, she would pass out. Occasionally, it would strike her in the temple.
Was a child going to play with that? By the way,
It was a game. Did not last very long. It was a Milton Bradley's anvil chain. They were recalled very quickly.
I don't know how you pick it up as a child though and swing it around. You must have been strong, yeah.
It's a real chore. You usually get one good swing around and then it falls. Something tends to stop it. In my case, grandmother's head.
Oh God.
I'd like to thank the fainting goat for stopping by
Jimmy.
today.
Yes, Earl the fainting goat.
Thanks a lot, Earl.
I'm sure Ronnie will have more to say about this at noon. Possibly Fezzi, too, because he lost his shit on Friday. All right, Earl.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
I'm sorry, guys. I really am.
As George
For what,
Jefferson
we
says,
really don't know because you really haven't explained
Sorry,
shit.
everything.
Whatever. Here's the Black Earl song. We'll see you guys tomorrow.